now listening to the Sportz Nutz.
Oh my goodness, welcome back to the Sportz Nutz. This is episode 171. Man, we have made it really far on this this campaign of sports talk. We hope you guys, hope you guys had a fantastic weekend, to say the least, and had a good rest of your week in general. I know we were only on for a little bit on Tuesday of last week. We hope you guys had a fantastic Thanksgiving. My man, look who's sitting back, guys. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, the prodigy has returned. Shane, what's going on, man?
Oh man, just happy to kind of have the holidays out the way and everything else that I've had going on. I get to finally get back and talk some sports with you guys. I truly missed it and all the fans out there. Man, it's getting into that time of year where everything just means a little bit more now, especially when it comes to football. So definitely getting geared up for that with championship weekend.
I hear. Oh man, I messed up. What'd you mess up, Zoe? Let us know. Hey, our guy Matt will be joining us in a little bit. He's running just a little late. It's okay. He already told us he was going to be a little late. But my man is sitting next to me. Pensman, what's going on, brother? How you been, man?
I'm doing awesome. What are you up to? How you guys doing?
Hey, did it snow up there today or what?
I don't want to talk about that. That was a nightmare. I hate snow.
we got it for a little bit last night, but the rain took it all away. It was sleeting last night and took it away, and then we might have some come Friday and next Monday too.
Yeah, that's what they're saying here too. So fingers crossed on that one. Let's see. The notification lagged. Oh, how did the Falcons do? Let's not talk about that, Isaiah. Because it's not the Falcons, it's Raheem Morris. So we just know it's all Raheem on that one. Guys, we have an absolute jam-packed episode. Pinsman, you are in charge of starring the comments, please, sir. All right, so I got this one's for you, Shane, and everybody that's watching. Thank you guys so much. By the way, give a shout out to everybody who is listening to us live right now on 95.5 KFCE in Terrell, Texas, and TigerNation.live. We absolutely appreciate each and every one of you. So if you guys can, why don't you hop on over to YouTube and watch on our channel at the Sportz Nutz 176. We are on Facebook. We're on Twitter, YouTube. We are all over every platform. Thank you guys for tuning in. We greatly appreciate it. All right, guys. So the end of the college football regular season, it is upon us. Now, there were a lot of big upsets. There were some massive comebacks, big wins, and yes, even the most miserable of losses. We did see one of the largest comebacks ever in college football history, and it was actually the largest ever in the FCS playoffs in the game between Yale and Youngstown State. Yale, all right, this is absolutely mind-boggling. Yale was down 42-14 with 5:05 left in the third quarter, and Yale won 43-42. Wow. We saw South Dakota State. They played in 24-plus inches of snow, and they absolutely mollywopped New Hampshire by a score of 41-3. So the questions I have for everybody is which game or games did you watch this weekend that caught you off guard or blew your mind away from the outcome? The next one I have is what a weekend for weather in sports, y'all. As I just mentioned, we saw some massive snowstorms take place during a game. We saw some major rainstorms. We saw some hail in a couple of the football games. Now, the cold weather, though, is actually in the better half of the entire United States. In some places, were a balmy 85 degrees at kickoff. Now, I know we've asked this before, but think back to a time when you were either playing in a game or you were at a game that was influenced by the weather, which either made it be absolutely miserable or it was a lot of fun. You got to give me two options, though. This is including all the people who are watching and listening. I want you guys to give that as well. I got to give a shout out to the Tampa Bay Lightning, the Colorado Avalanche, and even the Anaheim Ducks. Why? I'll tell you why in a little bit. It's really interesting on that one. And I got a strange stat about the NFL that is it's crazy to think this. We don't even have a real graph yet on the full playoff picture. Now, nobody really wants to separate themselves from the rest of the pack. Now, I will say some teams they're on the verge of doing it. But if I told you a particular team is barely hanging on by the hair in their chinny chin chin to the playoff position, and that one team in the NFC is absolutely waxing the NFC North, you probably would think I'm absolutely crazy. We'll discuss the playoff picture, which team or teams could make the playoffs. And up until this week, Atlanta had actually crawled back into the playoff picture. They have now they have like a 2% chance of making it and a 98% chance of being eliminated. Matt will jump on. He has a sports story. Shane should have a sports story. Pinsman has a sports story. It's really quick. It's actually what has transpired over recently. We have our honorable mentions, and we have you, the most interactive fans there is. So, Shane, I got to go to you right away. Like I said, we saw some absolute crazy college football this weekend. I mean, again, Yale coming back from 42-14 to win 43-42. South Dakota State playing over 24 inches of snow, and it was absolutely coming down, and it looked like they didn't even skip a beat. New Hampshire, they're used to this kind of weather, and they said, what do we do? What games that you saw, Shane, games that you watched this weekend caught you off guard or absolutely blew your mind away by the outcome?
I can tell you one that kind of got me was Vandy making their trip up there to Neyland against Tennessee this past weekend and handling business the way that they did. We've people who watch sports and know about the SEC. Vandy, they've been one of those hit or miss teams here lately. This year, it's come all the way around. Clark Lee has that team with Diego Pavia running it. Has them in the right direction in the SEC. Let's just put it that way. Still not quite, tipping the scales, but they're in the right direction compared to what they were, be it 3 years ago, much less five or 10 down the road that way. But that game was a good one. I don't know, man. We watched so much and cooked so much food this weekend and from the holidays. It's hard to say as a sports fan that you might get footballed out, but I'm glad that we got a couple of days of break here because 3 or 4 football games a day from Tuesday all the way on with all the holiday festivities and especially it being rivalry week. You got to see some of that emotion kind of spill out, which we didn't see too much from teams, but the one thing I did see that, kind of brings up the rivalry week part of it was Brutus the Buckeye doing the Ohio.
He wrote Ohio in the snow and then put the X over the M. And look, Pinsman's already rolling his eyes on them. Oh boy, that was kind of neat that he did. And my brother-in-law Seth was here, and we were watching like that. We both just out of the blue were like, "Well, that was kind of neat that he did that." It was just the way he was able to utilize the snow. But you're right though, absolutely, Shane. You got to tip your cap though. I mean, Ryan Day finally 5th time's the charm. I'm guessing.
Well, it's it took him 5 times to do it, but Michigan with the freshman quarterback in the big house, Ohio State. I mean, it's one of those things. I've talked about it before. In the Big Ten this year, for some of their games, they could play their 3rd and 4th string and still get by with it. So that's just how talented they are. Not to mention, the fact that they are the number 1 undefeated team in the nation right now.
Yep. Hey, how about but Pinsman? How about this? UGA barely skated by Georgia Tech like that. That's That's a mind-boggling stat. You know, UGA is touted as this
not
ever
really.
popular team, and Georgia Tech said, no, hold my beer. I'm ready to play.
At least that game only lasted one day this year.
Hey, yes. No, man. Hold on. Let me send you the link, brother. I will send it to you. Absolutely. Where's that? Right here. Let's invite. Yes. No, man. I am emailing you right now as we speak. It is in your email now, sir. All right. So the next game that we got to also talk about, and I'm absolutely like sticker shock on this one because it eliminated them from the SEC title game. And yeah, they still are mathematically in the CFP, but it was just weird because they were number 3 in the nation. They lost to Texas 27-17. For those who don't know what I'm talking about, Texas A&M got their first loss of the season at the wrong time, and they were eliminated from the SEC tournament game, the title game. What do you think about that one, Shane?
Well, you look at kind of those two teams that played Saturday, Texas and Texas A&M. They're kind of both heading in opposite directions from where they started. Texas A&M was on such a hot start and everything, and then here towards the end of the year they had the slow start, major comeback win, as we were talking about, comeback wins and everything. This weekend they came back against South Carolina a couple weeks ago and beat them. So they have not been playing great football as of late, and Texas has been. We've seen the actual development of a first year starting quarterback in Arch Manning that we thought that he, because of his last name, should have been crowned, at the very beginning of the year. But
actually, that said that, remember?
yeah, but I think it was a great game to see. I think that game at College Station might have been a little bit different, but like I said, they're on two different trajectories right now. Texas was playing good, and A&M has been slumping, so it's kind of outcome I expected. I didn't expect that 35-yard scamper there at the end.
I know, right? I caught you off guard right there. Hey, we actually have some interference coming in here. Oh my goodness. I'm having a hard time. Who is this? Snowman.
Who do you think this is?
What's going on, Snowman? How you been?
You fit right in, Snowman.
I'm good. How are you, BK? Good to see you guys.
Good to see you, man. Hey, man. I've been busy. I've been able to check you out. But how's the family? How's everybody doing?
We're good.
How's everything treating you?
A lot better, man. A lot better. Dear Pensman, erase that field.
Come on, is this all gang up on Pensman right now? We're talking about Brutus Ohio in the snow, and now
hey, listen.
you to get rid of that.
Hey, listen, I mean this playfully. Pensman started this at
How?
the top of the year, making fun of my team.
How?
Yeah, who's sitting at 9-4 now, doggone it.
Which one? What? Which one?
I'm looking at you like I look at one of my kids.
Are you talking about the whiners?
That's Niners to you, doggone it. Listen, I mean this very, very playfully. Pensman and I have been kidding around back and forth all season long. This is folks, if you haven't checked out this crew on a consistent basis, I suggest that you do. This is a great crew, a lot of fun. Shane, I haven't heard your Southern drawl in ages.
I know, right?
I haven't had a chance to copy it because this pretty lady behind me has a natural Southern drawl, and I can't copy it.
Well, it's a little bit different drawl up here in Appalachia. You got to kind of,
yes, and you said it right. Appalachian, not Appalachian. Appalachian, doggone it.
Yeah,
That's right.
It's Appalachian.
Yeah, if you're gonna live up here, you better say it right.
let me start with this. Championship Saturday is already broken in half.
Yeah, it is.
And if anybody has paid attention to Snowman in the Morning, our buddy Chris Dietz, who is our college football guru, said it best. What happens to the losers of the 4 big championship games?
They're eliminated.
And the biggest one is the Big Ten championship. You got Ohio State at number 1, and you got Indiana, my beloved wife's Hoosiers, at number 2. How much do you want to? I'll put in a question I haven't had a chance to ask on the show yet, but I'll put it here first. How much are you willing to bet that if Indiana loses to Ohio State, no matter if it's by 1, 11, or 111, that the Gray Wigs are ready to push the plunger and knock them down below the 5 spot?
Oh,
How
absolutely.
much you want to bet?
Absolutely.
I could see
They
that.
biting at the bullet. You know, they biting at the bullet to do that.
And you know
I
who
could
else?
I could see it happening, especially if Georgia and Texas Tech win.
Yep, that's who they're waiting on. They're waiting on
Right.
they're waiting on established teams. They're not ready to accept Indiana.
Yeah,
And
but-
Indiana's been kicking everybody's butt. Save Ohio State. Indiana's kicked everybody's butt the last 2 years.
Oh yeah, well,
Cignetti's,
and
that's the Cignetti rule.
that's the thing. Indiana, if they lose close to Ohio State, and say Texas Tech loses and Georgia loses, you could have a possibility of 3 Big Ten teams getting the bye, with Oregon, Ohio State, and Indiana.
I doubt it. Oregon's already
There's
been.
a
Oregon's
possibility,
already been.
though.
It's a possibility, but it ain't going to happen because Indiana went to Oregon and put a foot in them.
They did that.
Let's just say it that way. Let's just say it honestly. Indiana went to the loudest stadium in the country and shut them up.
Yep.
But the Gray Wigs are ready to push the plunger and basically eliminate Indiana from having a home game. Now, and that's the second part of it. If Indiana loses to Ohio State, I'm willing to bet you. I hope I'm wrong because I'm covering Indiana all the way through the playoff. I hope I'm wrong. But don't be surprised if Indiana, if they lose to Ohio State, will have to travel for their first game. And I will tell you their first round opponent. Think last year. Notre
Don't think
Dame.
too hard, Brandon.
Would it be BY who?
It would be Notre Dame.
Let it
They don't even deserve to be. Look, Simon, they don't even deserve to be in the
They
playoffs.
don't. They don't
Tell
deserve
I'll
to be in.
take you on that bet, Snowman.
Listen,
For sure.
tell the
I think
commit.
no matter what happens, Indiana still gets a home game. No matter.
Not
no
according to
matter
the
what
Gray
happens
Wigs.
Saturday.
The great. I think the way they think. Think the way they think. Indiana, according to the Gray Wigs, even though they've done nothing but win the last 2 years, are not established. Isn't every stadium? Let me see that question again. Isn't every stadium ready to scream and burst our ears? No, I know a few of them that are quite quiet. And one of them is Heinz Field, but I ain't the one to gossip, so you ain't heard it from me.
Look at him. He's like, look, he's got that extra itch going right there.
You know what he wants to do, but he can't. You know what he
I
wants to do. You know what he wants to do, but he can't do it.
I know I heard it last week that the big house is the quietest 110,000 people that you're ever hearing.
Oh yeah, it is.
Hold on. Snowman, did you see the game on Sunday? They were loud when they said fire Tomlin. They were loud.
They weren't loud enough.
Oh, jeez.
They weren't loud enough because Tomlin should have been fired after game 1 2 years ago.
I know.
And
Well,
yes,
if you look at his press conference,
that's absolutely a homer pick because with all of the barking and whining and moaning and yelling and screaming that Steeler fans, not the knowledgeable ones because they actually know better, but
Thank you.
the blind Steeler fans, just like I call the moronic Republic of Cowboy Nation, more on that in a moment. The blind Steeler fans, the stupid Steeler something. I'll come up with something.
I know you will.
They came into the 2023 season with all the hype in the world, and Christian McCaffrey decided to shut him up.
I know. Yep. I know.
So let me ask you this, though, Snowman. What are your thoughts on the fact that Yale did the most amazing comeback ever in FCS playoff history? They're down.
I love it.
42-14 and 5 minutes left, and then they end up winning 43-14.
I love every single minute of that underdog comeback. You know why? Because now Yale has all the confidence in the world going forward in the playoff, and Youngstown State should just blow up their staff right now.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Why are you're up 35-7 at the half, 42-14 midway through the third quarter,
and you lose.
And you drop your home playoff debut.
Yep.
Really?
That's embarrassing.
Yeah, that's beyond embarrassing.
It's not their home playoff debut, but it's their home playoff debut this year.
Yeah, we get
okay.
What you're saying. Yeah.
And you get kicked in the mouth
badly.
You get
a lot of people can't come back from that kind of a disappointment. You had this thought to be an insurmountable lead and you lose. That can really ruin a lot of
just like the Cowboys have done quite a few times lately, but we're not going to get into that.
I love it.
Salute to Yale.
Absolutely on that one. But here's another question for you talking about championship week, Snowman.
Mm-hmm.
Why is the committee gun-ho hating North Texas and JMU and Tulane? Between the three, they're 32-2 or 32-4? That's crazy.
Because it's North Texas, it's Tulane, and I just heard the other school you said they don't want them. And James Madison. How do I do this equation? North Texas, James Madison, and Tulane. You put an equal sign next to that, and my next words are Boise State.
I don't like that school. We don't talk about that school. I'm sorry.
Also,
that's forbidden on this network.
All three.
Well, I'm talking about them because I say put an equal sign next to it because the Gray Wigs don't like Boise State or schools like that invading their playoff.
It's not fair.
True or false?
False.
That's true. That is very true. They do not like seeing little.
I'm joking. I got it. I don't talk to you anymore, so I got to mess with you.
I know. We haven't talked in ages, so we got to get our shots in here.
You went MIA on me.
Well,
but it's so strange though that they're being ignored.
I've been busier than all get out.
I know, man.
And then for on and off to close to a month, I got sick.
Yeah, I heard.
So I had to deal with that. And then my wife got sick, so
your wife
everything had to pause. When the wife got sick, everything paused because I wanted to make sure she was okay.
Right.
But they don't want the quote unquote lower level teams in their supposed high level playoff. You know why they don't want them in the playoff? It's pretty simple.
Look, we all just did this. We knew right away. Yep.
Because North Texas, Tulane, and James Madison, if they get into the playoffs, they're getting paid.
Yep. Big
and
time.
They're getting paid. They're not just getting paid from their conferences. They're getting paid from the bigwigs, and the bigwigs don't like to come off the money, which is why they didn't want to play off in the first place.
To be honest, though, would you have preferred to still see the BCS system? I like
Take the C out of BCS, and what are you left with?
Exactly.
I rest my case.
I liked it to a degree, but
TCU.
I don't know if you also saw.
Listen, we got screwed out of a BCS title game between TCU and Boise State.
Mm-hmm.
I rest my case.
I like it. Oh man, all right? So Snowman, what's going on with the Snowman in the morning? Let everybody know when's the next time they can catch you and what's on the docket for you guys.
Oh man. Well, let me give you this. We're on from 10 a.m. to noon. Then we'll take our Christmas break. And then beginning first Monday in January, 5 days a week, we'll be on 3 hours from 9 to noon.
That's going to be a lot of talk. Oof.
Trust me, I got the crew that will put it together. And we've added a few things like an arcade segment. because y'all know I love old school video games.
And if you
So-
didn't, you're
So,
living on the rock.
Snowman,
Where's
I got a
Dex?
question for you.
Talk to me.
Yeah, are you gonna try to take over First Take?
He's going to. He's not trying. He's going to. He going to.
Y'all don't
You
want me
kidding
to take over. Let me put it this way. Y'all don't want me to take over First Take.
Okay.
It's gonna, instead of Get Up, it's gonna be Get Up in the Morning with Snowman. He's gonna be taking over Get Up, and
Listen,
Greenberg Greeny gonna be
is
getting
gonna
out of the
be-
way.
the title will stay Snowman in the Morning because that's who I am. But they don't want me to take over those shows. And McAfee, you don't want that. You don't want this either. Although I will admit, McAfee is the realest sports talk host this side of Jim Rome.
Yep.
I'll give you that. I still think in my heart he's kind of being corrupted by ESPN money, but all they're doing is distributing his show. That I can dig. But there's a part of me, maybe it's because I'm old and I'm old school when it comes to this, that ESPN is feeding him dirty money.
Yep.
They fed Stephen A. Smith dirty money and he got corrupted, just like Matt Stupid Fools for the Dallas Cowboys got corrupted.
And you might as well add Skip Bayless in there too. Back
Don't
in
get
the
me
day.
started on Skip Bayless.
I'm just saying. He probably got corrupted money too.
He's done it twice.
Yes.
Yeah,
He's done it twice with two different networks.
You
And
talking
both
about with Fox
networks,
Sports?
Yep, and both networks extended him.
I figured.
But
Well, Snowman, I appreciate you as always, brother. You know that.
hey, thanks for letting me have
Hey,
fun for a couple minutes.
I texted you. Send me your address so I can send you what you and I talked about, so I can send you all them because I got a bunch of them to give to you. Okay.
Thank you.
Hey, Snowman, before you
there
go,
is
also,
I got a
guys-
question for you.
There was a link in your private chat.
If you guys can, please, I'm gonna post it right now.
Okay.
Snowman, let everybody know what it is.
This is my
There it is.
GoFundMe page for our road to recovery because since cancer and a few other health problems come up, I have not been able to help my family. And that's the reason I'm doing this, so I can rebuild my my studio and I can help my wife with some bills around the house and just be able, and I'm about to cry, so forgive me, just being able to, I'll say it plainly, be a man again so I can help my wife. I had a lot of people cheer me on saying, man, you're okay. If you check out Diary of a Mad Snowman on my YouTube page, then you'll understand why I say it the way that I say it. You know, anyone who's married and has children, they are your first priority. My wife and my children are my first priority, and I'm trying to do it through these means here. Zillow, let me put it
Oh
to
my goodness!
Oh man.
you. Get this Falcon out of here. He doesn't.
Oh man.
Look at this, man. We got our
Oh,
especially given the fact, Matthew, that Christian McCaffrey single-handedly beat you.
Okay. All right, Snowman. We're not gonna sit here and forget about the rant that you did a few months back about how distasteful the Bears were gonna be this year.
and I still think that way.
Oh, come on, man. You gotta give your guys some
Listen,
props.
Caleb Williams blows, all right? Caleb Williams, you know what? Let me put it this way. I will give the Bears the 9-3 record so far, but they only played 12 games. Okay? You want to impress old Snowman here, who is a former resident of Chicago. Let me just put that out there. Do it in January.
Yeah,
True or
you're
false?
a very young team. Very young team.
Go to Philadelphia and kick him in the head in January. And it ain't been Caleb Williams that's been carrying that team. It's been the running backs, I'll give you that much. It's been Romy Dunze, I'll give you that much. It's been the receivers, I'll give you that much. But no one wants to say what's really been carrying the Bears. Think 2006. Defense, baby.
It's one of the three phases, man. So I mean,
But you need all three phases. Okay. You want to lay a little food bet on this?
Sure, why not?
And I say food because I'm disabled right now and I gotta keep everything, I gotta keep costs low, or this pretty lady here will come in here and wrap her arms around my head. So I don't want to do that. But yeah, let me say this, and I'll be very, 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 very honest. The Bears have indeed impressed me. All right, that's from the heart. They have indeed impressed me. I still don't think Caleb Williams is that guy. I still don't think he's going to be the first 4,000-yard passer in Bears history. But every game he has gotten better.
I mean,
give you that.
What is it? Is it the color on his nails? Like, what is it that you're not liking about this guy?
Matt, we're doing that.
You know, what is it that you're not
You
liking?
don't want me to answer that question out loud.
Look,
no.
Caleb.
You know why you don't want me to answer that question out loud?
Be careful what you ask, man.
Wait a minute. Matthew, you know why you don't want me to answer that question out loud?
Because he's Cutler 2.0. That's why.
Not only that, but there's a sign over my head that says no swearing when I'm on the air, so I have to be nice.
Yes.
Right? And he is Cutler 2.0. I mean, you know what? Matt is going to throw something at me, but I say this very, very kiddingly. You know who Caleb Williams reminds me of when he drops back in the pocket?
Oh, no.
I'm looking forward to hearing this.
He already said, oh, no.
I'm looking forward to hearing this. I kind of have an idea, but please. What?
Okay.
Why? Tell us who.
Shedeur Sanders.
I knew it. I knew he was going to say that. How did I know that he was going to say that?
Because you know me too well.
I do.
You guys know me too doggone well and know how critical I am of quarterbacks.
Yep.
But the problem with Caleb Williams, and he still has a tendency to do it, and until he corrects that, he won't get any better. When he drops back in the pocket and pressure comes, what does he do? He runs backwards.
Yep.
He's still a second-year quarterback. He's still very young.
And
Ow, my ankle! Ow!
My fingernail.
Ow, my fingernail. Ow,
I
my
broke a
eye.
nail, Kevin.
Ow, my arse.
IR.
The fact that you guys are sitting here, no matter how soft he may be and cuddly he may be,
He
the fact that you guys are sitting here,
Kevin, I
he
broke
is
a nail.
softer and cuddlier than my daughter's pillow.
and he is a baller. He is a baller. You got to give it to him.
No, he's not.
The game winner.
Not.
The game winner when he threw to the tight end for the game winner. Was that against the Redskins? I can't remember what team that was against. Brandon, I think me and you were watching it.
It definitely was
can't
the
say
Redskins because the Redskins ain't been around in several years now.
4 or 5 years.
Yeah,
Brandon, I think I was
you're
on the phone with
right,
Brandon.
right.
And he threw a
Right.
game-winning touchdown to somebody.
I don't care if
You're
they're
right.
called the Commanders. I'm old and I'm old school, and to me, they will always be known as the Washington Redskins.
Yes.
That's right.
Period.
Hog
That's why I
mollies.
got the song on my computer. Hail to the Redskins.
Yeah, I'm not calling them anything else. They're the Redskins.
They're
probably
the
go back- they'll probably go
Redskins,
back to the
just
name,
like
too.
the Oklahoma
You want to
City
be called
Thunder.
the football team again?
No, God, no. You know how bad that looked on television?
Terrible.
Just having
WFT.
Washington football team. Let's go.
Pensman,
WFT. Woo!
wait, just a moment. Pensman, you need to shut up about your about talking about
Listen,
anybody else's team, considering the fact
We're gonna be
Aaron
9-8. Woo!
We're not
because
gonna 8.
given the fact that the Steelers what's the phrase that I joke with all the time with Pensman? The standard is the standard.
Did you get that red Blue Jays jersey, by the way?
Not yet.
Not
All I
yet.
know is-
I gotta wait on getting that until I come back from Chicago.
Speaking of Pensman, the disrespect that you Pittsburghers or someone like Tomlin is just
With that being
Mike,
said,
You can have them.
well, we'll take him. We'll take him with
You
the quickness.
can have them.
We'll take him with the quickness.
Brandon,
I told Brandon that you can have them.
Brandon,
Brandon don't want them.
hang
Brandon,
hang on.
give me
Yeah.
this camera.
All right, you ready?
I got a message from Matt. In 4 words, in a full sentence, Mike Tomlin should have been gone 2 years ago. I'm done.
Look,
Amen.
I will say this: anybody that can handle,
Shut up.
Big Ben and his excursions. We won't get into that. AB and Le'Veon Bell at the same time. That man deserves all kind of awards. I'm sorry.
Brandon, why are we talking about the past again? You love the past so much.
You know why? Because you have a past to talk about. We don't.
I have a Matt. I got a question for you. It's pretty simple. Paul,
Are you kidding me?
why do you?
Yeah.
I would play.
Anyways.
Listen. Anyway, as far as the Steelers go,
Playoffs? Don't talk about playoffs. You can't.
Anyways, Brandon, hello. Good to see you. Pens, Mike. Good to see you.
Hold on.
Snowman, it's always a pleasure to see you, man.
Yes, it's always good to see you.
What's up, man?
Hey, I'll talk to you soon. Sound good, Snowman?
thank you guys very much.
Always a pleasure, Snowman. Always a pleasure, man.
Thank you, gentlemen. I love you guys. Thank you.
Have a good
See you,
one,
brother.
man.
All right, guys. By the way, welcome to. We are one man short. It's okay. I gave him the night off because he's worked 12-hour days, and I'm not talking about you, Matt. I'm talking about Brian Pettit. He has been he's been in that truck. And look, Pensman will tell you, Brian's been in that work truck every day, literally. So I give him a day off.
A day off. A day off. What?
He wanted to come on, and I said, take the night off. Seriously, just enjoy the night. Enjoy time with yourself. So let me ask you this. All right, Matt. I don't want
him to burn out.
Yeah. So I know you missed this first part, and we saw absolutely crazy comebacks, crazy wins, crazy losses in college football this weekend. But the biggest one that tops everybody is the fact that Yale was down 42-14 with a little over 5 minutes left in the third, and they won 43-42. Like, what, you heard Snowman right there. What does that do to the psyche of the team, the coaching, and even the fans, knowing you gave up a massive 30-point lead and lost in the playoffs? What does that do to that psyche?
What was the team they were playing against?
Youngstown State.
And it was Yale. So Yale won, right?
Yeah, Yale came back and won. They were down 42-14, and they won 43-42.
Yeah, Youngstown. I mean, that's the kind of thing that you lose the locker room there. But then again, it's like the Youngstown really. Did they really expect to win that game? I mean,
they did actually. I mean,
dude,
you're literally they had a 2.2% chance of losing the game, and they lost.
When the Falcons were up 28-3, they had a 1.
We're not going to talk about the Falcons.
They still lost. So
because
I say that, I preface that to say, nobody's ever out of it when you're dealing with football. A touchdown is worth 6 points. So you're never out of it. You're never out of it.
He knows.
That's true. All right,
yes,
real quick,
it's not worth 7 points; it's worth 6.
Before we go to the next subject on this one, I'm gonna ask you guys again. We saw an absolutely crazy weekend with weather too. I mean, we saw South Dakota State playing in 24.5 or whatever inches plus of snow, and they won. We saw Michigan and Ohio State, where we saw Brutus, right? Ohio State on the snow and then X out the M. So I've already told everybody I've played in several snow games. Matt, remind everybody. I know this. What sporting event have you gone to where the weather has influenced the outcome and or has made you either say this was an absolute amazing game or this game absolutely was trash?
I mean, like I said, man, I'm from my family and I'm actually from New Jersey, man. So it was a Giants game one time, man. And it was snow. It was ridiculous. So uncomfortable. The seats are wet and everything's so cold. It's just uncomfortable. You have
bone chilling.
Those fans in Green Bay, they really have to love that. They really love their team, man, because to go out there in those conditions and like let's say 5-6 degree weather with a negative 15-degree wind chill, it's not pretty, guys. It's not pretty at all.
Frozen tundra.
It doesn't matter. I had a electric blanket on me and like an electric socks, whatever, heat up
and
socks.
And still didn't get
Doesn't
you
matter. Doesn't matter. You're still cold. So yeah, man, it's very uncomfortable.
Nice.
Do what?
Is MetLife Stadium nice inside?
I mean, back then when I went, yeah, but I mean, I haven't been in like.
Right.
Eesh.
I drove by, but I didn't know if I'd never been inside. I didn't know if it was like a nice scenery or whatever.
Well, the worst stadium I've ever been in, of course, was the one in New Orleans.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree with that one. It's a dump bucket.
Oh, it is
I
a
know they're
dump
going to
bucket.
renovate it. They're talking about building a new one, but I don't know. You can't do it. You know that for people who don't know this, also the New Orleans Superdome is built on top of a former cemetery. They do a voodoo ritual before every game and after every game to not curse the team.
It's wild, guys. It's wild.
Yeah. It's absolutely insane on that one as it is. All right, so let's continue on. I want to give a shout out to the Tampa Bay Lightning, the Colorado Avalanche, even the Anaheim Ducks. Why? I'm looking forward to talking to you, Pinsman.
I know.
We're on a 7-game winning streak. They've
I know.
from the final wild card spot to the best team in the East and third best in the league points wise. Colorado is an astounding 19-1-6 and have 44 points already. Let me ask you this, and I'm going to start with you, Pinsman.
Figured.
I want you to give us your biggest surprise so far in this young NHL season, and who do you think could really make a name for themselves in the coming months of this season?
I give Tampa Bay credit.
Have to.
I have to give Anaheim credit.
Mm-hmm.
I have to give not Seattle. Yeah, the Utah Mammoth credit because they're just coming in. I have to give Carolina Hurricanes credit. They're pulling up their weight. So if the Carolina Hurricanes keep doing what they're doing, they could be a factor in the division. Capitals are always a factor. If the Lightning could be, the Colorado Avalanche, Dallas Stars. I'm just saying it could be. It's anybody's game right now.
Yeah.
It's.
Well, I don't know. I would say Nashville. I would
Yeah.
say they have a really far outside opportunity. I mean, they're only at 20 points.
But
at this
teams,
junction.
but you know hockey as much as I do. That after Christmas, teams get hot.
Yep, that is true. Very
So
true.
don't count Nashville out yet.
What about you, Shane?
Yeah.
What team are you eyeballing?
Of course, I'm eyeballing Carolina. I mean, they played real gritty. You know, we had talked about it. You know, during the playoffs last year,
Yeah.
and that was one of the biggest things that I wanted to see as a fan of the team. You know, how they would come out this year with not making a lot of noise in the open market. You know, they had a couple of signings and all, but they've come out and they've kept that kind of attitude about the team. And are sitting in a pretty decent position, but definitely, you know, Colorado has surprised me with the historic run that they're on right now.
Right.
They really are. But, you just heard Pinsman mention this too, Matt. How about Anaheim? Look, for people who don't know this, and I know, Matt, you're not too familiar with Anaheim, and that's fine, because they're a Western team. Pinsman, remind everybody, when was the last time you could sit there and say Anaheim was relevant? Because I can't remember. I know it's been a very long time, but when was the last time you could really say they were relevant? It was early 2000s, right?
98, 99.
Well, yeah,
Matt,
they had the movie in '94. Then they had
Bombay.
Gordon
Yeah,
Bombay.
I know. I'm not talking about the movie. I'm talking about the.
I know.
But look at this though, Matt.
We know.
You just heard we're crediting the Anaheim Ducks. I mean, not even a year ago and I'm going to use this term real. And I mean the pun. They were ducks out of water. They had no clue what was up, what was down, left and right. They looked all out of whack. I mean, now the team also, and I really got to preface this because they're in the wild card picture. And this is really weird to say too on this, Pinsman and Matt and Shane. San Jose Sharks. They're actually last year they were the epitome of rock bottom in the NHL. Hello, they're in the first wild card spot right now. Like that is insane to think. Remind me, Pinsman, it was what they started last year. The Sharks started 0-14-4, and then they got their first win, right?
Right.
Yeah, it was really bad.
Yeah.
And they're in the wild card. So
I think it was 0-15. I think.
Yeah, it's an absolute abysmal. I mean, you got to feel bad for them, but I want to give a shout out though. I'm definitely giving a shout out to Shane's team, Carolina.
Brandon,
And
hold
it
on.
pains me to say that.
Should we listen to his idea?
Yeah, Zell, let's hear your idea.
What's his? I'm just curious what his idea is.
But Shane, I definitely want to I'm tipping my cap to your Carolina Hurricane, and that painstaking me to say because they're in the same.
You have to. You have to.
Yeah, they're turning heads the right way.
In September and October, don't fight me, Shane. But back in the beginning,
they were horrible.
Yeah, and now they're like,
horrible.
okay, they're like, okay, here we are. Now they're showing up in the end of October.
Here you go. Here's this. If you have time, try watching every playoff game and then talking about it in a single episode. I think we ought to do that, don't we?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
We already do that.
All right, so let's go to the next one. I got a strange topic for you. Nobody in the NFL wants to be in the playoffs, I guess, yet. They're starting to get teams they're showing their identity. They're going to go to the playoffs. But no one's really separating themselves from the rest of the pack. Yeah, you have your Chicago Bears being in first place, as we just talked with Snowman. You have Green Bay, it's like, which Green Bay do you want to have this week? And then I'm gonna tell you guys, I guarantee you, if you all were to sit there and tell me that today, December the 2nd, 2025, the Kansas City Chiefs are outside looking in right now, you would always say I'm absolutely on something, but it's real. They have
not just
they
that,
are,
Buffalo Bills.
The Buffalo Bills. Remember, Buffalo. It was only like 5 weeks ago. Buffalo they were touted as the number 1 seed in the AFC, or number 2 behind New England. Now New England is listed as the number 1 seed in the AFC playoffs.
No, Brandon. It was the Colts. Yeah. Then New England.
Yeah, it was the Colts, then New England. But and there's another one right there. Look what the Colts have done. They've fallen off their rocker. But let me ask you this, and I'm going to start with you, Shane, on this one. Okay, which team or teams do you think right now, if you look at the whole playoff picture, which team or teams do you think are absolutely going to make it, and which ones do you think are going to be the ones that no, they're not going to do it? And I'm talking about the back. I'm not talking about seeds 1 through 5. I'm talking about the 6 and 7 the 2 wild card spots. Which 2 teams do you think can turn heads?
Yeah, so I'll talk about the NFC playoff picture first. Definitely you look at it, it's going to be the NFC North and the NFC South and the NFC West are all close division races right now. So definitely you look at the wild card as one of those teams out the West, and the North would take up one of those 2 spots right there. So that only leaves one more for the NFC to be kind of vying for. It's tough to say because you look at my team in the Panthers, who if you're a great football team, you want to get beat by the Panthers this year because they're the definition of playing to their competition.
They just beat the Rams, so
very true.
Just beat the Rams to put the Bears at the number 1 seed in the NFC. Beat the Packers not a couple weeks ago, but then in between that they lost to the Saints. So if that tells you anything about that season, but I think that Carolina could be one of those sneaky teams to sneak into that 3rd wild card spot. I do believe that you're going to be looking at somebody in that, I'd say 9 and 8 range or so.
9 and 8, yeah.
For that last spot,
we have a chance
in the NFC. But I think that's where you're going with that. AFC, it's a little bit more. It's a little bit tricky because, you still look at it. The Browns are mathematically still alive.
Yeah, I was just about to say that is so weird to say that the Browns are still theoretically in it. Yeah, they're 3 and 9.
Yeah. So
what about the Jets? They're still in it too.
Well, the Jets not so much, just because of their division race.
Yeah.
But So I mean, and then you look at that division. The Broncos are running away with the AFC West. When it comes down to the AFC South, we're talking about the Colts. They're kind of trending downward right now, but have had a great year. And I think their success has kind of taken the focus off of what Jacksonville's been able to do this year. They're a real contending team for a playoff spot. So I believe that race will take up one of the wild cards. AFC East, you're looking at that race is going to take up one of the wild cards. Um, you know, Pinsman Steelers and the Ravens are kind of fighting for that North title. Um, I could definitely see, if the Steelers get hot, their offense really isn't trending that way right now. But they could make a run for a playoff spot as well. So I think if you look at that third AFC wild card playoff spot, you're going to be looking at teams like Pittsburgh, Baltimore, Kansas City, all in that kind of conversation for that spot.
What about you, Matt? What team? I mean,
Give credit
we
to
knew
Shane.
up until that was really good. Up until the absolute debacle that just happened this weekend, Matt. Atlanta was still theoretically had a good opportunity to go to the playoffs. Now it's just, the heck with it. And I don't want Raheem to even get in the chance to smell the playoffs because that means to keep him around a little longer, and I don't want him here. But what team or teams do you think could turn heads and make it into the playoffs? I mean, one team that Shane didn't mention was Detroit. Detroit is barely hanging on.
Well, unfortunately, I don't think Detroit's going to make it, man. I don't think they're going to make it. The Bears and the Packers are just having too good of a year, and they have too much ground on them. But then again, you never know. You never know, man. The Lions can get hot, and you just never know. Looking at a lot of these divisions, man, Cowboys can still get in. Don't forget they have that tie, which when it comes to tiebreakers and things like that and placement, usually those ties they'll get you over. But look, guys, we're going to see some first-time teams that we haven't seen in the playoffs in a long time, man. That's what we're going to see here. We're going to see the Seahawks in there. We're going to see might see the Panthers in there. We're going to see some teams. The Patriots, we're going to definitely see in there. The Jaguars, the Colts. We're going to see some teams. Unfortunately, I mean, the teams that are going to win the Super Bowl, or the teams that are going to get far, are going to be those veteran teams that are in there. If the Eagles are in there, the Eagles are nobody's going to beat them in the playoffs. Playoffs are a different beast, guys. They actually sit in game plan for these teams, man. It's a whole different beast. I wouldn't be surprised if Kansas City gets in the playoffs. They're probably going to get to the Super Bowl. I mean, they're
on the outside looking in right now, though.
They're
not even in it.
But if you look at their schedule, they have a very easy schedule coming up for their 5 remaining games. I can easily see them going 5-0. The toughest game is going to be the Texans.
Put butter on his butter.
Yeah. Their toughest game is going to be the Texans that they have this Sunday, and that's going to be the game. This will be the game to tell you if the Chiefs are going to get in or not. If they beat these Texans, I see them getting in, and I see them grabbing a wild card spot. And then I see them running through the playoffs. Honestly, guys, it's probably going to be the Eagles and Chiefs again in the Super Bowl. I'm just saying. I know you don't want to hear it, but I mean, it is what it is. They're too experienced. From top to bottom, they have the better teams. The Kansas City lose some games this year now that they should have won, of course. But remember last year and the year before that when they started 0-1, 0-2, and people said, "Oh, they're done," and then they make it to the Super Bowl. So I mean, we'll see what happens, guys. It's interesting. We're going to see some teams make the playoffs that make it seem like their players are actually growing, i.e. Trevor Lawrence, when they're really not. But, we'll see what happens.
Shane, tell everybody what your sports story is, man. We'd love to hear. We ain't heard from you in a hot minute, so tell me what your sports story is.
Well, my sports story is, of course, going to be the resurgence in Blacksburg, Virginia, with Mr. James Franklin taking over. The commitment window is kind of opened up for signees and stuff, and Virginia Tech, not known for the recruitment, bringing in a coach that is known for his recruitment and players and the talent he can bring in. I saw just during Thanksgiving dinner, we signed three players, one 3-star and two 4-stars. It has been, I believe, since at least 2016 that Virginia Tech has even sniffed out a 4-star recruit in the first place. So with that, and then seeing a lot more today and throughout this week, and I'm geared up. I'm excited for the James Franklin era in Blacksburg to start. I know a lot of fan bases out there are with me and wanting their new coaches and hires to come in and do well. But just from what I've seen on paper so far, James Franklin is doing it for Virginia Tech, and I believe that they made the right move and when they did it. And I mean, I'm telling you about the recruiting class and all that. It says something about the team when you sign 4 players and you jump up 54 spots in the recruitment rankings in just those 4 players. So it's a welcome change, and it's getting me excited for the next coming seasons. I'm not going to say next season because we all know growing pains can happen. Yep. But I'm extremely excited. Looking forward to seeing what else transpires with the coaching staff and transfer window whenever it opens.
I apologize. I sneezed on there and I forgot to mute the audio on that. I apologize. All right, Matt, let everybody know your sports story real quick.
Well, I don't really have a sports story pretty much, man. I just kind of want to, elaborate on a lot of the
one.
I kind of want to talk about and I know you guys probably talked about it when I wasn't here, but I want to talk about this Lane Kiffin thing, man.
Oh my goodness!
Hey, man. Hey! I want to talk about this, man.
So
we need to talk about
before
this.
you go into it, Matt. I want to say this, okay? People who are livid right now at Lane Kiffin for not being at Ole Miss to finish up the season, it's not on him. The athletic director said, if you take this job at LSU, you cannot finish out the season with us. Which is understandable.
It's on the NCAA. The NCAA with their timelines of the signees and the transfer portal and the college football playoff. I mean, we're talking about they all happen within a month.
Yep.
So I mean, you've got to find your next coach if you want to try to get those transfers for next year. So you've got. So
So the fans that can be mad, obviously, because Lane Kiffin is leaving. I understand, but don't act as if he's abandoning you, because the athletic director in the school said, no, you cannot continue with us if you take the LSU. He took it, and everybody knows this, Matt. His dream job, he came out and he told me people, his dream job was always to be at Florida, but it was a great opportunity to pass. But go ahead. I want to hear your thoughts on the whole situation with Lane Kiffin and LSU and Florida and everything else.
Yeah, this is crazy, man. I mean, it's just, $90 million is a lot of money, man. It's a lot of money, but at the same time, they're making him they're kind of painting him as the bad guy here in this, man. And I just don't think that he should be painted as the bad guy. Does he have now? His reputation precedes him, as this isn't the first time he's been in something like this, man. If you want to go back to his history. What was it? FIU?
FIU.
The whole FIU thing, man.
Tennessee, USC.
Yeah, he's done it with everybody.
But you have to respect it, because every time he's left and gotten fired and broken down, he's worked his way back up to be able to do this again. So I have to give him respect on that. But I mean, at the same time, man, it's like, what do you do here? Like, how can a coach accept the job but also still play? I mean, like, I understand it was on the AD. But I mean, I just can't fault him. I can't fault him for it, man. I just can't fault him for it. And
it's also a great opportunity. It really is a great opportunity for him.
It was a very great opportunity. And also, since I missed the show, we had a show last week. And I don't know if I did mention this. I did want to say this, but Shedeur Sanders did win his first game as a starter, Brandon. I just wanted to go ahead and throw that in there, man.
And how are the Browns doing again with him? That just remind me. How are the Browns doing?
1-1. 1-1.
Oh, I'm so
1-1.
happy with him.
1-1 here, man.
Hold on,
Hercules,
hold on.
Hercules.
You really counting that 1-1? It was a half.
It was a half, yeah.
Look. He came in. He started the game and won the
You
game.
stumped him, Pensman. You stumped him.
No, I didn't
No,
stop me. I'm like, how do you not
I
know
know
this?
I did because it's a half. You can't.
No, the first game that he started, he was the first. In the last 30 years, he's the first rookie, the first Browns quarterback to win his debut as a starter.
Oh, I'm so proud of him, considering the fact that 45 others couldn't do it.
They couldn't. He did. You gotta respect it.
I couldn't. And Pinsman, you holding him on that win. What about that one loss that he came in the half after Gabriel?
Exactly.
Yeah, the one game I wanted them to win.
So, anyways, all right. Now comes to the good part because we're not on time on here. It's our honorable mentions, and I cannot wait to go because we have a lot of good ones. Matt just kind of mentioned the first one. Shout out to the coaching carousel that's gone on. Lane Kiffin, John Summerall. God, I'm really mad he actually left Tulane, but I don't fault him. Matt Rule. The list goes on and on. We are about to see even more changes. If you guys missed them already, we saw North Texas head coach leave. We saw Memphis's head coach leave. We saw Stanford get a new coach. The coaching carousel is so crazy. But what can be done about University of Massachusetts? I'm going to give you guys a really alarming stat. They're still looking for a coach, by the way. Applications are still being accepted. They've only got a grand total of one. Since they moved up from the FCS to the FBS 14 years ago, for 50 points, and yes, that's my point, Spinsman, 50 points. How many games has UMass won in those 14 years? And you're going to be really shocked. Anybody know that answer by chance?
10.
Yeah, I was going to say so, like 17, 18, maybe.
A little more, just a little more.
I said 10.
They have in the 14 years, they've won 26 total games since pulling up from the FCS to FBS. I think it might be considered going back down. Or what do you think could be done to salvage UMass? I mean, come on, UMass. You got to get the ship right because, man, people aren't going to – I mean, the fact that you guys were throwing fireworks and everybody waving their shirtless towel or their shirts around being shirtless at a game when you're losing 45-3. You scored a field goal. Yay! You scored a field goal. Congratulations. You didn't get blown out, but it's just awful. I don't know. But there's something that's got to be done about UMass because otherwise that move from the FCS up was all for naught. Yeah. All right, Matt, what is your first honorable mention, sir?
My first honorable mention is going to go to I've never given this guy a shout out before, but he's going to get one for me now. Big Zach Edey down there in Memphis. A couple days ago, man, he had a 32.17 rebound night. Prior to that, he had 19 rebound night. Prior to that, he had a 21.15 rebound night. So big shout outs to Zach Edey. And I don't know if you guys saw this, man, but I saw a video of him speeding. The lady officer pulled him over and was like, you know how fast you were going? And he's like, do you know who I am? Who you are, man. You're going like 117 miles an hour down the highway.
That's like Marcel Ozuna. I'm Ozuna from the Braves.
I don't care. You're breaking the law, man. What are you doing? But yeah, shout out to Zach Edey, man. He's balling.
Before we go to Shane.
Yeah, man. Hey. Zach Edey got flagged.
All right, Shane, what is your first honorable mention, sir?
Well, first honorable mention for me is going to go out to Brevard High School. They play this coming Friday for the West Region Championship to go to the state playoffs, still undefeated. So shout out goes to them. Best of luck. I think I've been going to the games on Friday nights every once in a while. But
you think or you have been going?
Well, I've been going to a few of them, not every one of them, but
I had a few there in spirit.
I doubt that I'm going to make it this Friday for sure because it's supposed to be snowing in about 30.
Yep, that's true. All right, Pensman, what is your first honorable mention, sir?
It happened last night. It was the Battle of the Keystone State. The Penguins and the Flyers, they played each other. Sidney Crosby had 2 goals. Takes his total to 1,716. He's almost tying Marty Lemieux's career points at 1724. So he's catching up to Marty Lemieux. So that's my first
Yes.
one.
Absolutely. All right, I got to give a shout out to everybody who braved the wild world of shopping on Black Friday. And I got to tip my cap to Matt. I know Matt probably wanted to have 1,000 drinks after the events that he went through on Black Friday. So me and Cassie, we did venture out to get a few things on Black Friday. And what we experienced was an absolute train wreck. I'm not going back to Target ever again on Black Friday. I can tell you that now. Now, just real quick, yes or no, Matt, we're not actually, we're going to include Matt on this one. Have you ever gone Black Friday shopping and gotten any good deals? And if so, what was the best deal you ever got? Starting with you, Matt, what was the best deal you ever got if you went Black Friday shopping?
Oh, no, it's cool, man. Back when I used to shop on Black Friday before I started being intertwined in it, I stood in line at this watch place over in the outlets way up there in Dawsonville. Yeah, I stood out there, man, and I got this really
North Georgia Premium Outlets.
Yeah,
Shout out to
I
them,
got
by the
this
way.
really cool Star Wars like watch. It came in a big case, in closed case. I think it was like the Death Star or something. But it came in the case, and it was this really, 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 really cool watch. I think it was like valued at a couple thousand. I got it for like a couple hundred. But I was first in line. They only had one, and I just stood in line because
another dork in our collection.
You said what?
Another dork in our collection.
Hey man. Hey, look.
His wife calls us a dork all the time.
I ended up giving it away to a friend for his birthday. So yeah, man. You know.
Wouldn't be Brian, would it?
No.
I could not see Greenblatt touting Star Wars. I really could.
Oh no.
He did have a Star Wars theme at his wedding. Remember, they had the lightsabers as they were coming.
For their wedding. Yeah, for their wedding. Yeah. But his wife wouldn't let him do that. All right.
All right. So what about you, Pensman? Have you ever gone Black Friday shopping before?
I went to Walmart.
I'm sorry.
I waited in line. They had this awesome TV. I had a 42-inch TV for like $200. So I had, there's like a big stack, skid load. I grabbed one. This one guy grabbed me. I grabbed him, and we fist fight. I punched him and ran. It was bad. It was bad. Awesome. Never again will I go Black Friday shopping.
Oh gosh, no.
It's too crazy for a TV. There's plenty in
there. When we get done with our show, why don't you ask Matt about what he experienced on Black Friday? And when I say Matt wanted 1,000 drinks, that's absolutely what I'm talking about. Shane, what about you? Did you ever do Black Friday shopping before?
No. I have not been that crazy. I can tell you, I've paid attention to the deals after Cyber Monday, and then now you basically get a whole week before Black Friday to even do the shopping. So we're taking advantage of some of those deals, but when it comes to getting out there amongst the crowd and everything and all the crazies,
but it's not the same.
With their Stanleys and their Starbucks, I'm gonna stay back at the house and just do my shopping online where it can come straight to my door.
When after I'll tell you mine, then we'll go to Matt's next honorable mention. When I was young, when we had Addison, she was a baby. We went to Walmart. Cass and I went to Walmart. Actually, we had Eastland as well. We got frozen pajamas. Y'all, some knucklehead literally came and took the pajamas out of our cart as we were checking out. Took them out, and I'm like, "Where's the stuff that we just bought?" So I had to wait, and I told the cashier, "Take your time, please." Cassie went back and she got everything that, thank God, was the last of those particular sizes, but we got them. But the fact that some knucklehead literally came and took it out of our cart, I'm like, you guys are absolutely dumb.
You want to know what the Wild West was like? Just go to Black Friday shopping.
Absolutely. All right, Matt, what is your next honorable mention, sir?
My next honorable mention is going to go to Drake May. Drake May
Brady.
there.
Really?
Yeah, man. Hey, man, look.
Brady.
Hey, look. Am I off by a lot right now? So, got to give it to him, man. He's looking like the best quarterback in that class easily. Dude is playing like a monster. Confidence.
Matt, you have been flagged in the game of life.
His swag is unpenetrable. It's just,
Judge with the
it's
flag.
just says, hey man,
You didn't say Greg Brady.
hey, gotta give it to Drake, man. I am impressed. You have a fan. Not gonna lie, that laugh scared the crap out of me because it sounded like a long sound, and I thought it was.
That's why he paused. He's like,
it was wild for a second there. It got real wild.
I love it.
In a hot second, but yeah, go ahead.
All right, Pinsman, what is your next honorable mention, sir?
I don't have another one. Everything's just
Okay.
everything's just like crappy right now. All my sports teams, they're all crappy, so I can't say.
What about you,
anything.
Shane? Do you have any more honorable mentions?
Yeah, I'm gonna go along Matt's lines here with another NFL quarterback. Honorable mention goes out to Bryce Young. Not the best statistical day or anything else, but he's had a few games here, the past 2 or 3, where he has not turned the ball over and looked like a good quarterback. And with this past game, I know 2 of his 3, maybe all 3, but I know 2 of his 3 passing touchdowns were on 4th down. So shout out to him for coming up clutch in big moments, especially game on the line. And as Brandon mentioned, the weather wasn't too great this weekend.
Yep.
So
Ready to hear my next one, man?
in a tough game, shout out to Bryce Young.
Amen.
Only a half game behind the Bucks too, for the division.
That's not something to write home to mom about, by the way. I'm just saying because the NFC
Where y'all sitting?
I said the NFC South is terrible. I'm gonna give a shout out to a few NBA teams, y'all. Yes, y'all. The 4th one is the Atlanta Hawks, as they are currently in the 5th seed in the playoffs. Matt, they're not in the play-in right now. They've made it out of the play-in. Thank goodness for that. Number 3,
Atlanta winning.
I got to give number 3. I got to give it to the Miami Heat because they're holding on to the first place spot in the Southeast Division, just barely ahead of the Atlanta Hawks. The Detroit Pistons, they had an absolutely amazing long 15-game winning streak. What if I told you this, Matt? You ready? We've played 21 games, and there's one team who's won 20 of those 21. You would think I'm on something, right? Because in reality, folks, it's only happened 3 other times in NBA history, and all 3 of them went to the NBA Finals. Well, guess who that team is? That's 20-1. That would be Oklahoma City Thunder. They're 20-1. Good grief! They're at this pace, they're going to outdo the 73-win Golden State Warriors if this pace continues.
Whoa.
If this pace continues, they're 20-1, Matt.
Brandon, you still got it's the beginning of the season. You still got a lot of players injured, a lot of players coming back from injury. I mean, they even got players injured still that are coming back.
This is according to ESPN. They are on pace.
I mean, it's only been 20-some games.
I started out running a mile sprinting. I'm on pace for a 2-minute mile.
Exactly.
Yeah, but you also didn't. But you haven't played 21 NBA games and won 20 of them.
Yeah, but I mean, he's kind of the same thing, though. I mean, you're looking at it from the same kind of point of view. That's what he's alluding to.
We're
no. Much respect. Much respect.
That's huge.
Much respect to the Oklahoma City Thunder, but what you really should be saying is thank you to the Los Angeles Clippers. That's what you really should be saying because they gave up Shai
I thought you were going to say
Alexander.
the Lakers.
And
I thought he was too.
Why would I say the Lakers? The Lakers didn't give him the house for Paul George. Why would I say that?
Yeah.
Wait. Put that back up again. Who knew Ohio could win basketball? I wouldn't talk about Ohio though.
LeBron.
Oh, get out of that. All right, and then I have my last one. Then I'm going to go. Then I have Matt here. I'm going to give a shout out to the following schools: Kennesaw State. Matt, you know this. They did an absolute amazing turnaround. They were winless last year.
Hawaii.
And they're in the Conference USA championship game. Vanderbilt. They blew their interstate rival out of the water in Tennessee. They went, as Shane said, they went to Neyland and they mollywopped him.
First of all, Brandon,
Shout
out to Vanderbilt for snatching away the #1 quarterback in the nation from
Yes,
UGA.
that was awesome. The #1 quarterback recruit in the entire country said, "Bye, UG. I'm going to Vanderbilt."
Wow!
Congratulations!
That is big.
Absolutely amazing. And then I'm going to give a shout out to North Texas and James Madison. Why? Because they're both 11-1, and they're both in their conference title game. And then I got to give my last one to Presbyterian College.
What?
They went 10-2, and the bad part is they did miss the FCS playoffs. But I want to give a huge shout out, though, to the smallest yet mightiest school in all of Division I. They're number 360 out of number 360, by the way. And Presbyterian is they finished 10-2, and then of course Hawaii. They finished with 8 wins, most wins since 2019. And you just got to give shout outs to all the schools who really they made a huge impact this year. Memphis is another one that made a huge impact. What?
You're missing one thing.
What?
The thing you text me about.
You gotta
Your
remind
school.
me, please. I just said Hawaii.
It's your school.
Yeah, Hawaii. I said them. They won 8 wins.
No, I'm talking about your quarterback.
And Micah Alejado was
Mountain
West rookie, Mountain West court freshman of the year. Congratulations, Tim.
Yeah,
He is
and
also
beat
past
Chang.
Timmy Chang.
Beat Timmy Chang's record. Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, he beat Timmy Chang's record. He is actually, if he has an even better season next year, which it looks like he will, they're talking he could pass Colt Brennan's type numbers. So that would be huge. So congratulations to Micah Alejado.
I thought you were going to come in gloating at everything.
All right. So, Matt, do you have any more honorable mentions you want to give, sir?
Yeah, I got one more, man. And I want to give a shout out to Bijan Robinson, who is getting Julio Jones right now. So shout out to Bijan Robinson, man. What a waste of talent. Nobody should have to go through what he's going through right now. And week 2, week 3 of the season, you had ESPN, you had all these news publications saying, "Oh my God, this is the best running back we've possibly of all time." Blah 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 blah. And then due to the inept and remedial coaching staff that the Falcons have right now at the particular moment, that is being squandered away. So shout out to Bijan Robinson, who is getting Julio Jones right now.
So Matt, did you hear what Brandon Leak said on 680 The Fan yesterday?
I did not. Please enlighten me.
He said, if Arthur Blank had any sense left in him, blow the whole team up, including trading Bijan, trading Drake London, trading Penix, and getting draft capital. Get ready for the new regime. This is what Brandon Leak said. And then Chris Domino sentimented that as well. And Chernoff did too.
That you don't trade Bijan, you keep Bijan. You keep London. You can build around those guys. I'm not sold on Penix. That was a dumb. You could have had Bo Nix, which worked well for the type of offense.
Destroying it over there in Denver.
He's running the offense they're trying to run with this. You know what, man? I'm not even getting a feel right now. Calm and peaceful.
Brandon Leak of 680 The Fan. Yes. Matt knows who he is very well. Brandon's a really good guy. He's actually been on our show. But you were saying, go ahead, Pens, what you were saying?
I have a theory behind what you just said.
Okay.
Brandon Lake might have something to
Leak.
because, well, yeah, he might have something behind that because the Cowboys traded Herschel Walker and gave away all those picks after they got.
He has the idea. Yes, I get that.
Yeah, but I think that's where he's getting at. I think he's trying to get Atlanta to turn around.
But Herschel didn't really do what Bijan is doing in the league. Herschel,
Bijan is
turning
heads. I will tell you this though, and Matt, I know you're agreeing with me. Terry, you're getting your pink slip. Raheem, you've been got your pink slip. Zach, I don't even know why you're still even breathing in the NFL because you get your plays off of Madden 07. The only quality coordinator really you have is Jeff Ulbrich. The dude leads the league in sacks, is number 4 in the league in forced turnovers. But yet people want to sit there and say it's a talent issue. No. It is not a talent issue in Atlanta. It's 200% a coaching issue. Raheem Morris is an absolute joke of a coach. And I'm gonna look at this.
We got to find a way to play better.
And then I know they can see better.
Play good on all 3 phases.
We'll fix it up. We'll fix this up. Yeah, we'll do
Yeah,
that. We can fix it the same. And it's the same thing. Oh, by the way,
we gotta play better. We didn't do a good enough job. We didn't do a good enough job. And that's on me. And that's on me.
And by the way, Matt, I'm going to go ahead and just make sure everybody knows that, yeah.
Yep.
Brandon, you are the worst gum chewer I've ever seen, Brandon.
That's what he does.
That's not how you chew. Brandon, why is your tongue all the way out your mouth, man?
That's what he does.
That's what he does. Yeah. So, but yeah, Raheem Morris, you need to get on out of here. You are nowhere the quality coach you thought he was. And for whatever reason, Arthur Blank is blind because they came out and said they're not going to do any coaching changes yet. Hello, you're literally on the verge of not missing the playoffs.
You know what?
Amazing talent.
He waits till the season's over with. I'll give him that. He waits till the season is over with. So I would give Arthur Blank that.
But he's probably going to do next though is he's probably going to go and say, hey, can I use my timeouts to buy points still? Because I texted you earlier, it's a constant, it's a weekly stupid situation with timing. He has no clue what to do with time.
But see, I think all this is on Arthur Blank because he keeps hiring coaches that do this. When Dan Quinn first came here, he had an issue with time management. When Dan Quinn first came here, granted he's better now with Washington, but he had that. And then we had Arthur Smith. It's the same thing. I mean, I think it's all on your boy right now, man. It's all on Arthur Blank. I just think he needs to go ahead and let his son start running the team.
Let his son take it over. Yeah, but I said let his son take it over.
His boy, it's your boy too.
Because he's not making good coaching hires, man. We need to get somebody in here that has a history of winning. Too many brand new guys. We keep getting brand new faces. We don't need more brand new faces. Get somebody in here that's been through it.
With Arthur Smith, who would rather
he was a first-time coach. He was the first time. Yep. We hire first-time head coaches. That's the problem. I don't understand why he can't see that. If anybody can see it, Ray Charles can see that. Why can't he see it?
So, and if you go and look, this is all right. If you go and look on Twitter, literally, this is what you see nonstop.
That's not even Twitter, bro.
No, I'm not. I'm saying that's what you see was nonstop. Is people constantly? It's an example. People are how much they're saying. Raheem Morris is the issue. Raheem Morris. Why doesn't Blank not pay attention to this? Why doesn't he? I know he hears it.
You know what I saw? When the Falcons played the Patriots after Drake May did a bad pass or something. Mike Vrabel went over there, grabbed his helmet, and yelled something in Drake May's face, coached him up. Drake May came out through a touchdown. What does Raheem
do?
Hey,
we got all coached. I'll
try
to
catch the ball next time.
I'll do my timeouts better next time. That's kind of what it does.
Coach your team up, coach your players up, man, on the sidelines. While you're playing,
Brian, good to see you, buddy.
Coach your guys up. You're the coach. Coach them up.
Exactly.
Don't just sit there. Coach them up, man.
Zillow, I know you're heckling, and if I upset you, I apologize. So, you get the pink slips when you get fired. It's very true, guys. We've had a very good episode. Welcome back to the picture, Shane. We've missed you. Absolutely missed you. All right, so there will be an episode on Friday, December the 5th, which is this Friday. It is episode 172. Matt will be running it. I actually have to coach Addison's basketball. We have a basketball practice, so Matt will be in charge. Pensman, Shane, and Brian Pettit will be on, so you will have you're in great hands with them. I promise you, you're in really good hands. Tuesday, December the 9th, episode 173. We will all be here again. Friday, there will not be an episode December the 12th. It is the Christmas party here, which I got to see if Shane and Matt are coming. And then Saturday, December 13th, it still be TBD to be determined if we are going, but we could be going to the Greenville Swamp Rabbits, Greensboro Gargoyles, ECHL matchup. Stay tuned. We'll let you know if we're going. If we are, we would love to have you guys come and meet us up there and talk sports with us. And then on Tuesday, December the 16th, episode 174, we're going to talk about ways to make not only our show better, but Pensman's and Tiger Stripes Media show to make it grow even faster. Friday, December the 19th is episode 175. And then the final episode for 2025 will be Tuesday, December the 23rd is episode 176. It's our Christmas special. It'll be me, Matt, Shane, Brian, and Pensman. We're all going to give thanks for this holiday season, and we're going to have We should have the link for you guys to vote for our iHeartRadio Awards that we are nominated for. We are a 5-time nominated show, which I got some more news to share in just a minute. And like I said, there is no more episodes until we come. I mean, I was going to do the 30th, but no. So the 23rd will be the last episode of 2025. We will come back on January the 6th to start the 2026 campaign, continuing on season 5. I'm just letting you guys. Now there will be little breaks in between. Our guy Pensman does play-by-play for the Steelers, so you will see him on there. You'll see Brian Pett coming there as well. It's okay. But we personally will not have a show after the 23rd until January 6th. So it's a much needed vacation for not only Matt, but for Shane, for Pensman, and myself, and Brian Pettit. It's just a time to spend time with our family. So real quick, want to let everybody know we did get credentialed for the Super Bowl. I really want to say thank you to Shane, to Matt, to Brian Pettit of Tiger Stripes Media, who is this gentleman right here, and Pensman Sports for helping us grow there. Well, we have been officially invited, and Matt, you ready to hear who it was? It's FS1 who has invited me, and I'm trying to get Matt to come on at the same time, but we are going to go on national TV for about 15 to 20 minutes. We are invited, and I have to talk to the producers tomorrow, but it will happen in the next couple of days. We should be live on a nationally syndicated sports talk show on the TV. So look for us on there, the Sportz Nutz. We will be there, and we are beyond excited on that one. So with that being said, for everybody who tuned in, thank you guys 1,000 times. Zillow, man, we appreciate you as always, brother. Shane, tell everybody your goodbyes, sir.
Oh yeah, well, as always, just love everybody. May the good Lord bless you, and peace, love, and bacon grease.
Peace, love, and bacon grease. Pensman, say your goodbyes, please, sir.
There's a lot of hate in the world. We gotta respect everybody. Just be kind, be nice to each other. If you don't like what the person's saying, just walk away. Don't start any fights. So,
amen.
That's what I gotta say.
Matt, tell your final goodbyes, sir.
Yes, guys. Just follow the rules. Don't get flagged in the game of life. Yes. You don't want to end up at the back of the whoops, because it's not fun. It's not fun at all. If you're out and about somewhere, man, you don't want to drink. The last thing you want to do is go to jail because somebody smudged your Puma. So let's go ahead and be nice to each other, and remember, just don't get flagged.
Don't get flagged. That's right. And as Brian Pettit always tells everybody, love each other, be kind.
Did anybody get that reference? Because you're going to joke if somebody smudged your Puma. You guys know where that's from? I know Shane knows where that's from. You guys don't know where that's from? Chris Rock, Joe Levert, in the champagne room. In the champagne room.
Zilla, man, it was great to see you, brother. As always, we will talk to you soon. As I always tell you,
we're going to educate these guys on the champagne room, guys.
Yes. As I always tell you, peace up. A-Town down Weiss, the greatest sports show there ever was. You guys have a wonderful, wonderful week. We will see you on Friday. Until then, enjoy this lovely outro that Matt has made for us, and we'll see you then. Good night.